with you the Big Ten season. How do you feel like the team's stacking up compared to what maybe its potential could be?
Yeah, I think we're right where we need to be right now. There's things that we have to improve on, and there's things that we're doing really well. And a lot of guys are stepping up that we didn't really know would step up at this time. So I cannot complain where we are right now. And we took care of business the last 12 games in the Big Ten, and I think we were kind of supposed to. So I'm excited for what lies ahead.
Iowa's kind of had your guys' number at times over the years. What is it about what they do that's maybe giving you guys fits?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter if your team's good or not, and we weren't very. I guess we didn't have our best year last year, but we made the series competitive, and that's how they are too. When they don't have the best years, they always make the Nebraska series competitive. But it's just one of those games where I don't know if it's a rivalry game or a rivalry series because of football or whatnot, but both teams always bring it, and it's going to be a dogfight, kind of like it was last weekend at Penn State, where just every game's going to be close, and it's going to be a really fun weekend, and hopefully we can come out on top.
But putting you on the spot a little bit, so are you pro Iowa rivalry or anti Iowa rivalry?
I guess. I'm growing up in Minnesota. Obviously, you don't really hear a whole lot about it. You hear more about Minnesota, Wisconsin, but I don't know. I'm not going to say I hate Iowa, but I'd love to beat their butts.
Last night, how different did it feel for you guys being able to put up or string together hits in 3 separate innings, especially after kind of what has come in the last 5 games before that?
Yeah, like you said, starting with Creighton, that's not who we are, and even that's not who we are. We played Penn State, even though we swept, the bats were kind of lacking, and I think we came out a little bit flat last night, but we fought through it, and we knew that we were always going to make that game competitive, and we pulled through, and the bats really pulled through, and I think we ended up with, I don't know how many hits it was, but it was a lot compared to the last games, and that helps your confidence going into a big weekend.
Your ankle feel okay?
Yep, 100%.
What does it say about a team when you go from maybe winning a series to sweeping a series? What are the traits that go into taking that next step?
Yeah, well, it's just taking it game by game, and for the most part this year, it's always come down to that last game. We weren't able to sweep that series against Baylor, but we still kind of kept it competitive for the most part, I thought, even though we kind of lost by a lot. But it's just staying competitive every game and having that mindset that, hey, we're going to go into this game and we're the better team and we're going to win this game, and kind of just hope that it goes your way.
I think your defense took another step last night, especially after the freshmen had kind of a lot of walk issues, just being able to hold down some of those innings and keep them to 4 runs for most of the game.
Yeah, like you said, you got to keep it within gravity distance, and 4 runs. That's easy for us to kind of achieve. But yeah, that was big, and I know Calipari didn't have the outing that he wanted to, but other freshmen are going to step up on the mound and on defense. We were all locked in, and it was a cold, fun game.
From a mentality standpoint, do you guys feel like you're in the driver's seat right now? It's halfway through, and you guys have a nice lead at the top.
Yeah, definitely. You can't really ask much better than 10-2. I think we could have won those 2 games in Minnesota too, but that's just how baseball is. You're going to win games, you're going to lose games. But yeah, I definitely feel like we're in the driver's seat, and like I said before, I love where we are right now, and I'm confident, and just kind of taking it one game at a time. And right now, we're worrying about tomorrow's game against Iowa.
Did you compare this feeling at all to 2 years ago when you guys were in the driver's seat for much of the back half of the year?
Yeah, definitely. I think I like where we are more than we were then. I don't know. I was doing a little comparing. I think we had 3 or 4 losses last year at this time. But yeah, it starts to feel like that.
Did you learn anything from 2 years ago about just how to handle being in front and that sort of thing?
It's just not getting complacent. There's gonna be times where you're gonna lose games and whatnot, and you got to bounce back with your best stuff. And I know 2 years ago we lost the series to Iowa, and we lost the Friday and Saturday game to them, and we came out on Sunday and we weren't going to give up, and that said a lot about our team. And hopefully we can do that this weekend, but come out on top of the series win or sweep.
How do you describe this series, Angelo? Nebraska, Iowa. I know you referenced football, but from a baseball perspective, is there another team that you guys really just kind of circle on the calendar and say, well, we can't wait to play them?
Yeah, well, these guys, it's like I said before, it's going to always be competitive, and it's going to be a really fun series. And yeah, they'll probably have a little chip on their shoulder, just as they should, and so will we. So it'll be exciting.
So from your perspective, what have you seen from this weekend rotation, pitching wise, and how dominant they've been through the Big Ten season?
Yeah, they've been pretty darn good. just Matt, Fish, and Reese, they've been dominating. That's what you need, and it helps when they're all going 7 innings. And then the guys that are coming out from the pen, those guys have been dominating too, and that's all you can really ask for. Last weekend was, like I said before, the bats weren't really there, but the pitching really helped out. So.
Anything else? Thanks, Ann.